As we enter 2020, we've just begun the Secretary-General's decade of action to deliver the Sustainable Development Goals, to end poverty, protect our planet, and ensure that everybody enjoys peace and prosperity by 2030. The decade ahead will be critical. And yet, in 2020, nearly 168 million people will need humanitarian assistance and protection. That's 1 person in 45 on the planet, a record in recent history. I'm sorry to say that this figure is likely to grow. We expect to have more than 200 million people in need by 2022. The cost of meeting those needs is also growing. Luckily, in the face of growing needs and the urgency, we feel during this decade of action, our humanitarian system is up to the task. Since I've joined OCHA as Emergency Relief Coordinator, I've visited some of the biggest crises, from Maiduguri in Nigeria, Mogadishu in Somalia, and Hajar in Yemen. I've seen how UN agencies, the Red Cross, and national and international NGOs have made the lives of people in crises better. Every day, aid workers save lives, treat people who are ill, vaccinate children, and protect those fleeing conflict. They're already working towards the global goals by fighting hunger, providing clean water, providing sanitation, education, health services, contributing to gender equality, and enabling people to cope with future shocks. We also know that we can reduce the number of people in need, the magnitude of suffering, and the cost of our response if we can better anticipate crises, taking early action before they turn into full-blown emergencies. It's also critical to work with our development partners to reduce the risks of crises and people's vulnerabilities to shocks before they happen. These anticipatory approaches and working to reduce risk through joining up humanitarian and development efforts will help us consolidate hard-won gains towards the 2030 goals around the world.